bacon hang. I already mixed the dough for the cookies that we're making. I'm adding to a platter that I already started here. Here are the pistachio shortbread cookies that I made. And now we're gonna fill in the space with some little sprinkle cookies that we're gonna make right now. So I already mixed the dough, and these are gonna be mantecaditos, which is Puerto Rican sprinkle cookies. Almond. I'm not making these protein cookies. These are normal. These are regular cookies. Um, and what we're gonna do is portion these out and then roll them in sprinkles. So let's just do a quick little portionization station. Oh, and I made these gluten free with almond and oat flour and a touch of cream just to bring the dough all together. Okay, so we want like 25 gram, 24 to 20, yep, 25. 24 to 25 is great. And then we're gonna roll them up just like that. And then roll them in some beautiful Christmas sprinkles. Wait, just like that. And then we have a beautiful little sprinkle cookie. And I'm going to use a silicone mat for these. I just got it, so I'm still getting used to using it versus parchment paper. 23, 24, 25. Okay, 25. Actually, let's just portion these out and then roll and roll so we can get a little bit more effective. Oh, shit. Oh, dang it. Um, we're gonna set this one aside. Okay. Man down, one down. Let's try not to do that again. Okay, 25, great, 25. 24 works. 25, great. 25. 25. 24. 25. 25. 25. 23 and 21. Okay. So now we'll just roll these up and sprinkles. And the sprinkles will get greasy over time if you pour too many in there. So I do a little bit of sprinkles at a time. So pour that in there. Some more sprinkles out. Okay. Just like that. It's a very soft dough, even though it chilled in the fridge for about 20 minutes. This one, well, this version, I think again because of the gluten free, it's a little more gooey than if we did all purpose flour. But I wanted to have a gluten free option for the cookie tray. For the cookies, for the gluten free folks, you know what I'm saying? So we'll just keep rolling these up, dunking them into the sprinkles, giving them a good little roll around, tapping them into place, making it nice and round. And pop this over here. The oven's a little warm, so let's get these off of here actually. Okay. So 5 down, 8 to go. Roll, roll, roll. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Roll, roll, roll. Dunk, dunk, dunk. It's the scooping them out and then like reshaping them. Just gotta do it gently. It's gotta be gentle. I could tell my little dog, gentle. You gotta be gentle. You gotta be gentle. I was giving her a little treat. She almost snapped my finger off. I said, girl, excuse you. Gotta be gentle. It almost bit my finger off. What's wrong with you? And then she was gentle. Because you gotta tell them sometimes. You gotta be gentle. Okay. Soft little dough. So soft. So soft. So soft and nice. And gentle. Soft and gentle. Just like that. Get some more sprinkles. Get some more sprinkles. There we go. Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Ba, 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 do, do, do. Roll, roll, roll. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Pat, pat, pat. Roll, roll, roll. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Scoop. Pat, pat, pat. Cute. Roll, roll, roll. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Scoop, which is the hardest part because you don't want to indent it too much. Tap, tap, tap. Just like that. Isn't that so cute? And boom, we got 2 left. Roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll your cookie. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Oh, and this is perfect because I think it's going to use up exactly the sprinkles that we laid out. Scoop. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. 1 left. Oh, yeah, it's going to use up all the sprinkles. Come on, baby. Get all those sprinkles. Get all of it. Oop. Okay. Ah. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. Make it nice and round. Okay. Great. This one was looking a little bald on the sides. So, okay. Okay, great. So now, take a second to clean up. Okay, now 15 to 17 minutes. So let's pop them in there for 15 minutes and then we'll take a look. Okay. Oh, 15 minutes. We'll clean up our little area while we wait. These are the sprinkles. I got these sprinkles on sale at Home Goods. So they were pretty cute. Hi. So today I'm working on gluten-free sprinkle cookies because I'm going to a holiday party later. Mm, I need to wash my hair. But yeah, I'm going to a holiday party, so I went shopping this morning and I got everybody little gifts just so that everybody can have a gift. Cause you know how it is, like in the holidays, especially as adults, it's like everybody focuses on the kids and like making sure that kids have like a joyous, like magical time. And I think that adults should have a little bit of magic too when it comes to the holiday season. So I'm bringing Christmas cookies and I'm bringing Christmas gifts and I'm gonna act like Mrs. Santa Claus and I'm gonna have a great time hanging out with my friends. Um, oh, I gotta like I love my bangs. I love them, but they really only work when my hair's like freshly washed. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to a holiday party. So I made a few cookies. I made pistachio butter cookies yesterday that look like little wreaths. So these are all packaged up. And then I also made pistachio shortbread cookies. And then the sprinkle cookies that are in the oven right now are going to get mixed in here. And then I'll wrap this up and take this with me. And then, so what happened is I have a friend who is, so this is part of the group that I volunteer with yearly, Oaklash. It's our little holiday party. And so one of my good friends, well, my best friend is one of the founders. I'll be with them at Christmas. So I'll give them their proper Christmas gift on Christmas. But I have another good friend who's part of the organization who I'd gotten some very thoughtful, nice gifts for. And I was like, oh, I can give it to them at the party. But then it felt weird. Like, I can't like just give one person a gift. It's my brain. I can't. Gifts are my love language. And like I have visceral memories as a kid being like at events and like other people getting gifts and like me not getting gifts. So like I refuse. So I went to Home Goods this morning and I got everybody a little gift. So everybody's getting a little candle. And then I went to Ulta and they were having a sale. So I got everybody like a nice como se dice, shower gel, so everybody's getting like a little gift bag with a candle and a shower gel. And I'm also bringing fresh baked cookies. And so, yeah, so that's going to be for the holiday party. Because I'm going to have a relatively quiet Christmas. So this is like me spreading Christmas cheer. Ma'am, my dog is so spoiled. She knows that as soon as the camera's on, awesome. I want to try to make gluten-free cookies and bread, but I hear it can be a challenge. It can be. So the cookies I'm making now, they thankfully lend themselves to being gluten-free pretty well. So they are almond sprinkle cookies. So instead of using all-purpose flour, I used almond flour, and then you can use tapioca starch. I didn't have any, so what I did was my base is almond flour and a little bit of oat flour to help with that binding and that structure. And so it's almond flour, oat flour, salt, butter, powdered sugar, almond extract, and vanilla extract. And that's basically the base of the dough. And then they get rolled. You can do different things. You can do thumbprint cookies and put like jam in it, or you can do the sprinkle cookies, which is like what I grew up with in Puerto Rico. Excuse you, ma'am. No. Um, so that's what I do. I roll them in sprinkles. Can you see her jumping on me? She's trying to get my attention. She wants to get a treat. That's what it is. She's spoiled. She knows that as soon as I get the camera on, if she bothers me enough, I'll give her a treat. And that's what she's trying to do. But we went to the vet the other day and we're both on a diet. So she can't have a treat right now. Ma'am, no, I can't. We're both on a diet. I'm sorry. But yes, so right now we have 9 minutes to go in the oven for the sprinkle cookies. She's so spoiled. She's jumping on me. Watch. Look. I'm gonna stand here so you can see every time she jumps. I'm gonna stand like this because this is her trying to get my attention. Let's see. No, honey, no. Let's see how many more times she tries. She'll give up at a certain point. Once I say no enough, she'll give up. I think she's got like maybe like three more jumps in her. That's one. Let's see. I think she's got two more jumps in her. Watch. Let's see. Or is she gonna give up? I think she's getting ready to give up. Okay, that's a bark. Let's see. I think maybe one more jump. Oh no, that was two. Nope, I'm gonna stay standing here. No, honey, no. I think she gives up now. I think this is when she gives up. No. Let's see. Does she jump one more time? Does she have one more jump in her? No, I think she's getting ready to give up. Honey, no. No. She's so silly. Okay, 7 more minutes for our cookies. Okay, I'm gonna load the dishwasher. Let's hang out and load the dishwasher. How about we do that? While we wait for our cookies. Cookies time, cookie time. While we wait for our other cookies. The last of the cookies. The last of the cookies. The last. And then I am gonna take a disco nap so that I can recharge my social battery and be able to socialize with people properly and not be a complete dodo bird. Because sometimes I get so excited to prepare for an event and I do so much and I do so much and I do so much and I do so much. And then I get to the event and I'm exhausted. Which is like, girl, what you doing? You got to keep some energy for the people. Um, 6 minutes. 6 minutes for our cookies. 6 minutes. Oh, actually, we can do this prep. We can prepare the stage. Okay, stage prepared. How's everybody else doing? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day today. How are you doing today, Shonda Marie? Oh, and here, let me hold up in case you want to take a screenshot. Although, no, it's backwards. Dang it. Here, I'll read it out to you. I'll read out the recipe in case you want to try these cookies out. This is actually a relatively easy recipe, especially for a gluten-free recipe. The hardest part was like at the end that they get a little like soft when you're rolling them in the sprinkles, but that's okay. So, it's gonna be 140 grams of fine almond flour. I used Bob's Red Mill. 25 grams of oat flour. I used the King Arthur flour. 113, so that's 113 grams of unsalted butter, softened. So what I like to do is I pull out the butter first and I cut it into cubes and I weigh it out and then I let that get soft while I bring all the other ingredients out and I measure them. You need 60 grams of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a quarter teaspoon of almond extract, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. Optional is either some kind of fruity zest, orange blossom, or sprinkles. I go the sprinkles route. And so you're going to cream the butter and the powdered sugar until it's smooth. Then you're going to add the vanilla and almond extract. No, honey, no. Then you're going to whisk together the separately. You're going to whisk together the almond flour, the oat flour, and the salt. Then you're going to fold that into the butter mixture. And what you want is a soft dough that holds when you pinch it. You want to chill the dough for 20 to 30 minutes. You don't want to skip that step. and then you scoop them out into 25 to 30 gram balls. I do 25 grams, and you gently roll. You're going to bake them at 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 165 degrees Celsius for 15 to 17 minutes. I set a 15-minute alarm. We'll take a look at them then. And there's some notes. If the dough feels too soft, which it was right on the border, add 5 to 10 grams more oat flour or chill for 10 more minutes. And if the dough cracks, which it can do when you're doing the almond flour base, knead in a half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of milk or cream. I went ahead and just added that tiny bit, like a tiny splash of cream when I mixed it together and before I chilled it, because I've done this recipe before and it can get a little cracked. So I just went ahead and mitigated, and I added that tiny bit of cream before we chilled the dough. But as you saw, if you were here when I was rolling it, it was a little bit soft. It could have used like 5 grams of oat flour, but we made it work. And again, another thing you can do is just chill it more. But I don't have a lot of time because this is for an event tonight. And I want to be able to pull them out, let them cool, and pack them up and stuff. So then after chilling the dough for 20 to 30 minutes, as you saw, we portioned it out. And then we roll them into little balls, and then we dunk them into the sprinkles, like the top half. You want to leave like a flat little bottom. And then we put them onto the cookie sheet, and now they're baking. And so we have 2 minutes left. So again, run through these ingredients again if you want to try this at home. These are almond mantecaditos, but gluten-free. Almond flour is going to be our main flour, so that's going to be 140 grams of fine almond flour, 25 grams of oat flour, 113 grams of unsalted butter, 60 grams of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, quarter teaspoon almond extract, quarter teaspoon salt. Again, very easy recipe. And then sprinkles for your top. And you want the little sprinkles, like the tiny ones. And now in the holidays, you have like the special fun sprinkles. So I have holiday color sprinkles, which I'm really excited about. So we have 1 minute left for our cookies to come out of the oven. Oh, yay. Did you get that, Shonda? I'm happy to run it one more time if you need me to. And again, so you're taking your flour, your almond flour, your oat flour, and your salt. Just whisk that together into a bowl, set that aside. And then in your main bowl, you're going to cream the butter with the powdered sugar until it's smooth. You're going to add the vanilla and almond extract, and then you're going to fold in your dry mixture. And then you're going to want to put that aside into the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes at least. If you can chill it even longer, better. Like the longer you chill it, the better. The longer you chill it, the better. And then you portion it out into 25-gram little balls, and then you dunk them into some sprinkles. Or you can make them thumbprint cookies and do like a jam, like an apricot jam, or like a raspberry jam, or like a strawberry jam. So like those are your options. Honey, no. It's not your dinner time either. It's very early. It's not dinner time. Here, okay, you've been very good. I'll give you one treat. I'll give you one treat. You can have one. But where's your baba? Go find your baba. Where's your baba? Go get your baba. Where's your baba? Where's your baba? Where'd you put your baba? All right, it's 15 minutes. Let's check out our cookies. You okay, little girl? Oh, wow. These spread quite a bit. So usually when I make these as protein cookies, they stay relatively small. But these are cute. I also, it's my first time making mantecaditos with a silicone mat. So I don't know if the silicone mat is what made them spread. But I'm going to take a quick little tart ring and just kind of bring them in a little bit, because some of these suckers are very spread and it shouldn't have spread so much. I would have used the tart ring if I knew that they were going to spread this much, but it's okay. We just kind of do a little whoop, whoop, whoop action like you do with any cookie that spreads too much. You just get a little circular something and give them a little whoop, whoop, whoop. And then you can kind of bring them back in together, back into themselves. You can bring them back to life, back to reality. Oh, this one got a little smushed. Eh, I know. Yeah, the silicone mat, I think also because the cookie dough, it really could have chilled a little bit longer. I think that also contributed to the spread, but they're going to be delicious regardless. Okay. But yeah, I also make these as protein cookies and I use protein powder. And I think the protein powder helps with the structure. Again, I also haven't baked those on the silicone mat, so I don't know if the silicone mat is having an effect on the spread. Yes, will this be posted under your live videos? Yes, um I'll save it. I'll save the live. I'll repost it as a live that you can save it. I can also type up the recipe and share it in my community tab. Um so this is the first time I've made this version of this cookie, making it specifically gluten-free, making it with the silicone mat. Um, and so quick little takeaways. Um, Next time I make this cookie, I would use the tart rings because they spread more than I was expecting them to. So I would have used tart rings because again, I make a protein cookie version of this and they stay kind of like very close to how they start. They don't spread a lot. And again, this is also the first time I'm using a silicone mat instead of parchment paper. And I know that that's going to have an effect on it. So I want to try just for scientific research to make these again, not today, but make these again gluten free, like exact same recipe, but using parchment paper and using tart rings, just because that way they don't spread into each other. Um, but they look cute. We have, once these cool down, I have more than enough to pack up and put on a tray and take with me as holiday cookies. And the ones that aren't so pretty, we can use those to taste test. But for now, they need to just finish hanging out. They're gonna basically finish setting on the cookie tray. Um I'm gonna let them sit like this for about 10 minutes and then we'll pull them off the tray and we'll put them onto the rack so that they can finish cooling completely before I pack them up. But for a let me pick one of the ugly ones. Let's pick one of the ugly ones. For a gluten-free cookie, okay, this is one of the ones that didn't set too well. But let's see. And again, I know that they need to set before I try to eat them. This is still hot, but mm, you gotta try it. It tastes good. Mm, yeah, they have to finish setting. Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and finish this live. I'll go ahead and save the live so that it can replay. And let me know in the comments if you need me to type up the recipe. Just leave me a comment in the video and I'll type up the recipe for you and I'll share it in the community post. For now, I'm gonna go hang out with my little dog and decompress a little bit before I go to this party. But thank you for hanging out with me. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow to do some more baking or some cooking. I need to make some Italian wedding soup, so I might do that tomorrow. So tomorrow might be just like hang out and make meatballs with me day. But thank you, Shonda Marie, for hanging out. I hope to see you soon. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Bye.